Guys,
All the noise.
guys, come on, I'm trying to start my show. Guys, no, come on, stop. All right, that's it. I'm starting the show.
Damn it.
Ugh. This show is not for kids. This show is about chaos and talking over coffee. So let's get going. Call me the DarkTranny. Okay, now I'm recording. All right, so good morning. Happy Tuesday. So, who wants to start out their day with some nature? Let's go find out. Okay, so here we have Bambi. Now, this is a story from 2021, but it was brought to my attention this morning by the Salty Bitch. And she's like, Bambi to the rescue. Moment deer races in to save rabbit being attacked by a hawk. Okay, who wants to see this? If you don't want to see this, avert your eyes, but here we go. Watch. Nature is scary. That bird. That deer, Bambi, is crazy. And Thumper is like, thanks, mate. Now, I'm not gonna watch a bird get stomped to death, and I can't imagine that anyone else would either. But that is why you make sure, like if you have small pets, you make sure to keep an eye on them, because did you see how quickly that bird just like dive bombed out of the sky and got that rabbit? It's like, thankfully that deer was there, but at the same time, it's like that bird was probably needing to feed its chicks and stuff, but now it's like, it's not going anywhere after that. And that brings us into our next story. Let's see, where is it? Is it, the FDA. And why? How does this relate? Well, it's poultry. Don't cook chicken in NyQuil. FDA warns about dangerous social media challenges. Really? So, want to cook chicken in NyQuil? Overdose on antihistamines? Swallow laundry detergent pods? I don't want to do any of those things. While most of us would recoil in horror from such dangerous suggestions, adolescents and young adults continue to be susceptible to social media dares like these, according to the Food and Drug Administration. So, a social media trend relying on peer pressure is online video clips of people misusing non-prescription medications and encouraging viewers to do so. These video challenges, which often target youths, can harm people and even cause death. One recent challenge, which I've never heard of, posted on social media, encouraged people to cook chicken in a mixture of acetaminophen, dextromethorphan, and doxylamine, the basic ingredients of NyQuil, and some similar over-the-counter cough and cold products. So, chicken is about $4.72 a pound right now, and I think a bottle of NyQuil is like over $15. So we're talking about a $20 waste of food and medicine to what? Let's find out. Boiling a medication, and this is interesting. Now CNN is telling you the how. Boiling a medication can make it much more concentrated and changes its properties in other ways, the FDA said. Even if you don't eat the chicken, inhaling the medication's vapors while cooking could cause high levels of the drugs to enter your body. It also hurts your lungs. Well, okay, so let's see. So let's inform children that if you boil NyQuil, that you can sit there and inhale it a bit, and you're probably gonna get high off of it. What is the point of wasting food? That's crazy. And then under this line right here, under this image, it says, teens are intrigued by social media challenges, but because the teenage brain isn't fully developed, they may act without understanding consequences, the American Academy of Pediatrics says. And why is that important? that the American Academy of Pediatrics is saying that a teenage brain isn't fully developed and they may act without understanding consequences. Trans kids, for one, I hate focusing on that topic, okay? There's so much more going on in the world other than like the whole trans thing, but it's a hot topic, so we're going to talk about it. If a kid can't figure it out that you don't put chicken in NyQuil and put it in a pot, and if kids are dumb enough that they eat Tide Pods, then what makes a person think that they can go and make medical decisions for themselves? Now, my husband got upset with me when I brought that up. And he said, well, you're not considering that these children are in the care of professionals who know how to handle these kids and their gender identities and such. And I was like, really? Really? And he's like, let me finish. I don't remember what he said after that because it was like, I understand he wants to make the argument that the medical professionals out there are doing what's in the best interest for kids. And at the same time, if they're not giving them the full spectrum of consequences, and even if they are giving a full spectrum of consequences, do any of us know a kid, like, a teenager, we give them the full list of consequences all the time and they still do stupid shit. That's how kids are. Oh my gosh, it's like they don't come with instruction manuals. They don't come knowing everything, although they think they know everything. It's just, I cannot promote that kind of behavior where, saying, oh yeah, if the kid is informed, then the kid's going to make the right choice. No. I mean, they're fucking boiling chickens in NyQuil, apparently. Ugh, I'm going to chat. Let's see what happened after that story. All right, let's see. Good morning, Gray Man. Let's see. I was talking about refreshing the TV guide. Not much to the saw something. Okay. Okay. So Bambi, winner, chicken dinner. Bambi, stompy. Crazy. Oh my lord, I hope that wasn't too offensive. But nature be scary. All right. Let's see. Guide looks like a set server times, a current time. You know what? Let me go check out the guide. Now, I think most of you know about the guide, and just in case you don't, or if you're new, it's a lovely guide put together by Rougarou and MBB. Look at that. Ah, it shows up live now. That's fantastic. We're going to drop that link back into the chat so you can put it in your bookmarks, because I didn't. I forgot to put it in my bookmarks, and I had to request it again. And then I was told it was really, really easy to remember. And yes, I know, it is easy to remember. I am full of shame. Okay, so let's see. I guess if Bambi was really hungry. I've seen deer eat flesh. That's the craziest thing. I was brought up believing that deer are herbivores and that they eat bark and vegetation. A deer will eat a snake. A cow will eat a snake. I guess if they're like hungry enough, they will eat meat. That's nuts. So they're omnivorous. Who knew? Anyway, how stupid is some of our youth? Oh, Lulu. Oh. I don't know if they're just ignorant. They're just ignorant. I mean, what can one expect? I mean, it's just the ignorance of youth. If one could go back, what is that phrase? Youth is wasted on the young. Because if you could go back to being young with the brain you have now, things would be a whole lot different, but then again, it wouldn't be natural either. Oh, could you imagine someday? Oh no, I don't even want to go there. Could you imagine someday science becomes so advanced that you can transplant your brain back into the lab-grown clone of yourself as an infant? Could you imagine diaper rash and being aware of diaper rash? I mean, how creepy would it be to be a baby with a mature mind saying, I don't have the musculature to get up and go to the bathroom because my body isn't developed yet. So I am like totally swimming in my own shit and I need to be changed. How what kind of I mean, does anyone ever actually want to relive that? Oh my lord. It's bad enough that you become elderly and then you would have to be conscious of it happening twice because let's say you're like, you grew up all over again, but you totally like messed up and you didn't have the money to be put into a new body. So then you have to go through geriatrics. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. The coffee's kicking in. Good morning. Okay, so let's see. Mm. I know. I know, MBB. It's like CNN is actually giving an instructional on how to cook down cough syrup. That's crazy. With chicken. It's like, why not shrimp or something nice? I mean, but chicken, what was that? Did I have the goal? I mean, the graph up? I think I had a graph up at one point showing like how chicken prices have gone up by like 200% in the last like year and a half. It's crazy. All right, let's see. What ramifications? I totally forgot when I said ramifications, so I missed the context. I'm sorry. Let's see. Professionals who are probably getting big bucks for those surgeries. I said that to my husband. I was like, when you go and you groom a generation of people into thinking that they need to consider something unnatural about themselves, which in turn is going to build a market for a pharma corporation or industry, wouldn't it stand to reason that the doctors involved may be giving bad information? By bad, I mean motivated by money, information to their patients. It's like, is it so far beyond the reach of possibility that we have quite a number of doctors who are not really working on the ethics of medicine, but on the ethics of their pocketbook and like maybe some new Porsche? It's possible, I imagine. It's not without, it's not outside the realm of possibility. I mean, or do some people, I mean, I'm going to be finding out. I rescheduled my appointment from yesterday to Thursday because I'm going to be recording my conversation with the psychotherapist on OBS. I'm not going to distribute it, but I just want to have a record of the call because I'm really, really curious and people have questions as they do. I want to be able to answer them. And if they need receipts, I want to be able to produce receipts because I think that makes life more interesting when you have receipts, right? Okay, so here we go. Oh, here, I'm having problems scrolling. Oh, come on, technology work. You know what? You are right about kids. This is why I want to live in a closed community with pure bloods only. Because stupid teenagers will stick their dick in anything. Melons. I heard a story. I don't know what happened, but apparently someone decided to, fuck a melon and then put the melon under the bed and then, bugs, and then they decided to go back for a second round. I imagine it was probably a kid, but no, no, no. And then kids, teenagers, doing all their discovery online, TikTok, Instagram, and everything, and following the leader, peer pressure, likes, clicks, views, dopamine hits. This can't be how we bring this generation up. That phone needs to go. I mean, I think maybe the internet should be age restricted. I mean, maybe the internet should be put on the same schedule as alcohol and cigarettes. It's like it is just cancer. I mean, the internet was supposed to be a device which united us. I mean, back in the day, they had America Online. And the first modem was called the Global Village. It was a dial up modem, it was slow as hell. And it was meant to connect us to share and collaborate. Very first thing on the internet, dick pics, followed by emails saying you're gay. We should have just killed it right there. I mean, shit. If that wasn't an indicator of things to come, I don't know what would be. But yes, the internet. Ugh, I lived without it once in my life. I could live without it again. Let's just go back to the old ways. It's like, and besides, for the people who are all about the Green New Deal, if we didn't have the internet, we wouldn't be consuming so much electricity and fossil fuels. So I'm just saying. All right, let that sink in. All right, lefties, who will probably never watch my videos, but whatever. Okay, let's see. Testosterone is a hell of a drug. It will make a boy do stupid ass shit. Testosterone is very powerful. Very powerful. And then, oh, Hal, hi, Hal, is reeing. Pastor Chatelet! TRT, I'm just running shill hunts and shit. Feel free to farm my viewers. I don't know what that means. I thought I was allowed to post within the pond. Is Pastor Chatelet angry at me? I don't know what that means. Pastor Chatelet, you know I can't read tone through text. Oh, Lordy, I hope he's not angry at me. Oh, Lord. But he didn't call me friend. Ah, shit. I think I'm on Pastor Chatelet's shit list now. Guys, am I on Pastor Chatelet's shit list? Okay. What do we have going on here? Why would you do that? Why would you go and here, I'm going to put this up. Copy image address. And we're going to go over here. And we're going to put this up right here. And it's like, look at this. Why would you do that? Those things can knock down trees. Why would you go head to head? You have a spinal column. Just because you're wearing a helmet doesn't mean you're not going to have some sort of cervical collar compression. I mean, you could have a spinal injury. Who did that? Was that one of our pond friends? Pond friends, if you're out there doing it, or if I have any choppers in this show like right now, don't do this. You're gonna give yourself a spinal injury. That's crazy. Okay, going back on number to chat. All right, let's see. And there was a LOL. Atomic Blonde, good morning. And Rougarou. Rougarou. I love what you and MBB are putting together. That is fabulous. We have our own motherfucking TV guide. Ah, Parallel. I love Parallel. Okay. And then Trucker is here too. Got a coffee this morning. Could tell if the person serving me was male or female. Could not have been older than 19. Well, as someone called me yesterday, I think that there's a safe go-to on that. And it's Madam Boy Girl. Or something like that. Anyway, yes. Weird world we live in. Oh my God. Let's grab some sanity. All right, when I got back into the truck, I started crying. Did you really? Dude, come on. I mean, really? Yes, when it's destroying a generation. Yes, when we extrapolate out to the logical conclusions, I get the tears. I get the tears at that point. I was by no means making fun of the pain. When I read the next sentence, it reframed it for me. Yeah, I get it. And if you were crying, I totally get it because I weep for these people as well. We need to come back to reality. We need to come back to sensibility. Whatever the fuck this Pollyanna lifestyle that they're trying to put in front of the kids, it's not going to end well. We can't have a world of effeminate men. And we can't have a world full of females who can't. I mean, for fuck's sake, they're trying to. And by they, I mean like the media and the people behind the media. They're trying to erase what is a woman, what is a female, what makes us unique and special when they're talking about like, oh, we have to have like diversity, but think like us and stuff. And then let's remove all definition of what makes us us. And don't have any thoughts which go against the government because God forbid you have an original thought or make some art which is like it moves you and lifts you up and brings your energy to a higher power and such. Don't have faith. Don't believe in God. There's no divine spark. Bullshit, 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 bullshit. So if you are depressed, sitting there thinking about this stuff, if there was ever a time to get up and resist this shit. It's now. So, yes. Okay, so yes, it is. Yes, and it's only going to destroy that generation if we stay silent. I am a transphobe. I am an asshole. I am a bigot. I am a racist. I am I am the antithesis of what the community wants me to be. And I'm okay with that. And if I can surround myself with other people who are okay with that and they have their own things that they're okay with in their life, and then those people have people who are okay with them being who they are, and then those people, you see how it only takes a spark to get a fire going? They started a fire with their bullshit. And we don't have to be violent about it. All we have to do is tell them, you fucking suck. It's like, I might be an asshole, but you're a fucking dick. It's like, and not even a nice dick. You're just kind of like one of those, you know, it's just not a very pleasant dick. It's a dick which needs to be washed. It's like, I don't want to go there, but we went there. Did anyone spit out their coffee? Oh my God. Anyway, the internet was the fall of it all. It didn't help. It definitely accelerated it. From my understanding, by saying feel free to farm, Pastor means you can post your stream link to his chat. Well, I hope so, because he's always been like honest with me, and Pastor Chatelet is never passive aggressive. He is a truly genuine person from what my experiences have been. And he's a wonderful shepherd for the word of God and Jesus Christ. And I do feel that he is moved by the Holy Spirit. So I will check with him later because I respect the man. And I'll ask him if it was okay. But I swear, in history of our interactions, he has said it was okay. So I don't ever want to transgress against the man. He's been too good to me, and the community has been really good to me. And I have met family here, and I have become acquainted with people who I think are going to be really good friends someday, and I would not want to jeopardize that. So, let's see. Thank you for that, MBB. See how DT just is like meh over my Atomic! Did you not have your, like, can you hear? Atomic? Is the battery in your, do you have a hearing aid? Atomic. I totally greeted you. Did I not greet you? I'm greeting you now. Hey, Atomic. See how DT just is like meh over. I'm not meh. We're all waking up here. Girl. What you doing coming down and being all high maintenance and everything like that? You know I love you. Okay, so here, let's go over here. All right, so they are trying to erase men, women in the Western society only. You know, and that's just it. It's like, why would they want a bunch of effeminate men? Can you imagine? Think about it. Look at this. Do you know that when I was like full testosterone, no estrogen, I never fucking whined. Listen to my voice. It's like, you know, what was the voice? It's like, I was much more deadpan. I hardly had much emotion about much of anything. I knew I could appreciate things. But I was never like that flighty fucking faggot who like, you know, oh my God, and stuff like that. That shit didn't start happening until the hormones, until the castration, until the inversion and all the other, you know, that went on down there. But I didn't start taking on any feminine characteristics until after the testosterone was removed and the estrogen was put in. It's like, the only thing was the fucking eyeshadow, and only because I saw it in GQ and I thought it looked good on the guys, and I was like, I think I want to do it too. And then the psychotherapist was like, maybe you're a tranny. And, well, he didn't say that, but it was like, maybe you're transgender or something like that. I was like, oh my God, I'm going through a lot of shit. Maybe I'm transgender. And then this happens 7 years later. What the fuck? Anyway. Was that a disconnected thought? It doesn't matter. It's morning. It's the morning show. All right, let's see. Lady Ninja. Okay. It is an act of war from abroad. LGBTQ SJW stuff is illegal in China. Yes, it is. And are people aware that now, granted, do I like the Chinese Communist government? No. But do they have good points? Yes. It's like there are certain things about their government which I can see and be like, yeah, I get that. And one of them is that they're not, in fact, I think that they've made media showing effeminate men, I believe it's banned in China because they don't want their males getting all feminized and shit. It's like, yesterday I was talking with the men's in the pond, in Jitsi, in the lounge called Friendly Froggers. And I was listening to how they banter back and forth. And we were like, we were having a good time. And we continued to have a good time. There's no negative to this story. But I realized that the way that we go at each other is considered by progressives to be called toxic masculinity. And it's just guys being guys. It's just guys bullshitting, guys ribbing each other, just like there's serious talk and then there's a little ribbing and joking around, and it's fun. It feels good. There's nothing fucking toxic about it except if you're like, a panty waist and you're like, oh, my feelings, oh, I'm crushed by your words, oh God, and then they can't even say oh God because they're like, because they're faithless, so maybe they use the word but they don't understand the word. And it's like, why would we be promoting this? Because the people who are going to have to deal with this, I mean, just think about it. Future is cry closet. Well, I imagine all those cry closets eventually with all those teddy bears and all those toys and all those like, fidget spinners or like whatever. There's going to be like a noose in every cry closet because I imagine eventually those cry closets are going to be turned into suicide closets. Like Futurama. Did anyone ever watch Futurama? And in that cartoon, Bender walks into a suicide booth. It's like a phone booth, but you put in a quarter and it like chops you up. That kind of shit, was that like some sort of, like Matt Groening? Was Matt Groening like making some sort of prediction about the future in cartoons and making it comical? Were we being groomed? Is The Simpsons a grooming tool? I swear, the other day I was sitting there with my husband and we were just like, we were trying to get to Tubi or watch something. And it defaulted to The Simpsons. And I heard Lisa say something like, it's just like those Republicans. And then she listed off 2 really bad traits. But it's like, is Matt Groening some sort of propagandist? And have people been propagandized by The Simpsons and Futurama? It's like, what kind of subtle grooming shit has actually happened here? So, let's see. Alright, so. We need more masculinity. Yes, we need more masculinity in the world. I mean, what is going to happen? Okay, so what? We're going to have, like, robots doing everything? Oh, please. Is that why the WEF, that one, that asshole from the WEF who's like, a life doesn't have to have purpose or meaning? Is that why this one after-school special I was watching while doing my workout, my cardio, there was something about like adopt the Chinese philosophy of no purpose or purposelessness. Like your life doesn't have to have purpose or meaning. Well, I don't agree. I like the fulfillment of adventuring through my life. I like the idea of, observing nature. And at one point he's like, and when you pick up a stone and you think about the majesty of creation, you're wasting your time. I'm like, bullshit. It's like, if I want to look at a star and if I want to be in awe, I should be in awe. If I want to be. If I want to look at these not damn, because this is my house, and I'm not going to damn my house because one does need to be careful about those things. But if I want to look at these, like, at this wood floor, and I want to marvel that one day somebody said, I'm going to take this tree, cut into strips, I'm going to make dovetails. I'm going to flap and slap those dovetails together. And then I'm going to like sand the shit out of them. I'm going to put a varnish on it and make a gorgeous wood floor. Why shouldn't I find a little awe in that? That someone, came to the conclusion that you could use this thing that's like growing and it's got like, I don't know, a sloth in it. And it's like, hey, you sloth, I need that to make a floor. Why shouldn't I be in awe over that? Okay, that was crazy. But whatever. Somebody exposed me to a sloth this morning, so it's stuck in my brain. All right. Let's see what we have going on here. We will be more rude and more toxic. And make bullying a thing again. Yes. I do want bullying back. I was bullied as a kid, and thank the Lord I was bullied as a kid. If I wasn't bullied as a kid, and if I grew up the way I grew up and everything like that, I probably wouldn't be alive. I mean, really. The bullying process is a lot like a chick coming out of an egg, or a caterpillar going through the metamorphosis and emerging a butterfly. You do not help the chick out of the egg. You do not help the butterfly or the moth, whatever, out of the cocoon. If you do, the thing will die, probably. Nature is a bitch. That's why bullying. And whatever happened to parents being able to like parent and discipline their child? Government stepped in and is like, oh, you can't discipline your child in X, Y, and Z fashion. I get it, abuse. I get child abuse. I get that argument. But not every fucking slap on the hand is child abuse. It's like, if you can't, words, words. Just use your words. Well, we've got a plenty of people just using their words, and they're taking the kids down these dark paths of crazy kink and shit and saying, don't shame us, we're trying to liberate them, we're trying to enlighten them. It's like, no, you're turning kids into weak, like, sex toys. Am I wrong? Am I crazy? Am I a cult member? I don't think I am. Does a cult member... a cult member does this shit. A cult member is the one who believes the experts to the point of making severe modifications to the body, and then once stepping outside of the fucking mind prison that they help you create for yourself, you suddenly like realize it's like, holy fucking shit, what have I done? And there's no going back. So it's like, I have no problem with the bullying aspect. It's like, bully away, bully away, bully away. Just make sure there's a purpose behind it other than you want to bully something. Because some people are sadistic motherfuckers. And they just bully for the sake of bullying. But if you're bullying to help someone out and you know it's righteous, I believe in righteous bullying. Let's check out this image, shall we? 2007, that's racist. Oh, I'm sorry. 2014, that's racist. No, it's not. 2021, that's racist. I don't care. I know, right? Oh, God, we're going in the future. 2028, that's racist. Thanks for noticing. That's the Chad. Is that the Chad? Are they both Chads? They're both Chads. So what we have going on here, I guess you guys know how to do memes. I don't need to explain a meme. The left does not know how to meme. The right definitely knows how to meme. This requires no explanation. It's more than obvious. And it would be nice to see some more square-jawed men instead of these nymphs running around, flitting about in skinny jeans. Now, if I have any audience members who wear skinny jeans, yeah, I guess I just bullied you a little bit, and I also trust that you'll get over it. So, yeah, it's 8:34. Wow, a half hour went by quickly. All right, let's go back to chat quickly here. CIA mind control. Oh, another day. Robots are going to replace a lot of the jobs we do today. Oh, think about all those robots they're thinking about putting in the burger joints. Who's going to maintain them? Are they going to be maintained? Do you want to eat it? Are they going to be made of bugs? Who knows? I'll have to bring this up at some other time. Talk about like these half android nurses, which have like that fake face, skin, everything. They roll around. The finger apparently is like a thermometer. So it's like they come and like, talk to you in like modulated tones, checking up on you, taking your temperature with that finger. Do you think that the finger has been cleaned? I mean, where's that finger been? Ugh, morning cough. And by the way, the chat room is not password protected. You can jump right into Jitsi at any moment. If you look up there at the pinned comment, the link to go into the Jitsi is right there. So, let's see. Lady Ninja and Trucker are talking at this point with the work ethic of most employees. I'd rather deal with a robot. Always remember those robots are controlled by someone else and they're more anonymous than people online. Do you really want an anonymous dickhead operating your robot? And considering robot cars, self-driving cars, let's see. You already see the shit from work-based society to the personality-based society. I know. Oh, never lose your soul. Never lose your soul. It's like there are a lot of black pills out there. Always remember, you've got Jesus Christ, you've got God, you've got the Holy Spirit, you've got the scripture, you've got a promise. Whole entire promise. God never promised you an easy way. God never promised the sun would shine in the sky above. God only said that through it all, He'd always hold you in His love. That's the promise. I'm sticking to it. And that in the Serenity Prayer. So, if you ever get down and out and everything like that, just go to the Serenity Prayer. It should help you out. If it doesn't, then say it again. Let's see. Soy Jack versus Yes Chad and 2022. I'd say, I know. That's why I called myself the racist tranny. Because I was told that if I didn't treat people differently based on their exterior attributes, that made me racist. So I was like, fuck it, then I'll be racist because I just look at people as people. I chose tranny because tranny is a word which really pisses off the left. You put them together, you got the racist tranny, had an explosion. And then, the dark tranny because now I'm trying to reach a slightly different audience because the shit got real. So, yeah, dark tranny time. All right. Radicalized Ryan. Thank you. Well, that was very kind. Thank you. All right. Does the robot nurse check your oil? I'll look that up. That'll be another story for another day. All right. So moving on. What do we have? Okay. Has anyone seen this? I'm going to show it to you. Here, let me expand.
So let's talk about this for a second. I called that number. He said, the guy that I talked to said it's been moved to October the 15th. I said, well, can you tell me why you would be holding a mass casualty exercise? And he said it's for their firefighters. In case something happens, they will be prepared. And I was like, he was like, it has nothing to do with conspiracy theories. And I was like, well, just by the heading of it, talking about you need volunteers for a mass casualty exercise, I said, you've got to know that makes people think, do they know something that we don't know? Anyways, he said that it was to prepare their firefighters in case anything was to ever happen, they would be ready. But I don't know. That's just what he told me.
Now, isn't that some interesting tea? So let's see. The comments say, okay, so we've got the basic fuck Jew thing. Why can't we just stay on topic, people? I'm gonna do a lefty thing. Stay on topic. That's one thing the lefties got right. The progressives, they do a lot of this because that's what cult members do. They're always like, I need you to understand. Blah, blah, blah. Right? Okay. Anyway. Crisis actors are traitors to humanity. Come on, can we get some real information? I need more information on this. Now, I believe this was supplied by MBB. And I wish, sweeties, when you're content creating and stuff like that, put yourself off to the side so we can see what you're trying to show us, because thank you for moving around, but it's kind of hard to see what you're talking about if you're taking front and center. It's like, and I love you for putting this together, but come on now, honey, you need to be opposite. Make yourself a little bit smaller. It's like, you're not the subject here. It's what you're trying to report on, so I'm giving you a tip. It's like, it's bitchy, I know. I'm sorry. I'm just kind of a cunt today. It's Tuesday. Oh my God, more coffee. Okay, here we go. Mm. And this thing right here was pointed out to me. Yesterday I was talking about the National Human Trafficking Hotline. Is anyone aware? I mean, now I don't know if this is true, but it did come to me from a person who I do want to call a reliable source because they've never given me bad information. And I don't know what this is, but look at this. Clinton Foundation and the National Human Trafficking Hotline. And the way it was explained to me is that if people like escape this corral that we presume, okay, then they call this number to alert these people that their cattle has escaped, okay? And then of course we've got the little flag here, and we know what that's all about with this LGBTQ movement and stuff. It's like we're all about like, grooming and stuff while telling people that we're not groomers, but you're totally groomers. And considering that I'm part of your community, or at least I was before you motherfuckers kicked me out because apparently, I don't know, fucking jealousy, I don't know what the fuck it was. It was like, what? Because my light was a little brighter? Because I didn't want to live in darkness anymore? Because I got tired of being depressed? Because I wanted to go out and actually live a life? Because I wanted to have a family? Because I wanted to have kids? Because I wanted to like be more than just a fucking stereotype? Because I didn't want to be a label? Because I didn't subscribe to these stupid anti-family fucking bullshit things that the fucking LGBTQ community goes and promotes? It's like, what? Because I love my parents? Because my mom and dad stuck with me through all this shit? Through all this shit, my parents never disowned me? Even though when I was younger, my dad told me if I turned out gay, he would kill me? It's like, I grew up with conservative parents on a farm. The last thing they needed was their firstborn male child to be gay. Ugh. And these motherfuckers in the LGBTQIA plus fucking community were instructing me. My own psychotherapist at the VA told me to cut ties with my parents. Fuck you, lefties. Fuck you, progressives. You tried to get me. That's how I know you're a fucking cult. That is how I know you're a fucking cult. You tried to remove me from my family. You tried to tell me to excise friends because they challenged me. Because if other people are challenging me, it makes you harder to indoctrinate. Well, you got the prize, okay? You fucked me up a little bit, and, you won that round, but you didn't win the battle, bitches, and let me tell you something. I'm pissed now. Now you've made I guess I'm a radical now. Congratulations. Through all of your conditioning, through all of your fucking dogma, what you've created is an enlightened individual who now knows how you work. And that was the worst mistake you could have ever have made, is weaponizing somebody with borderline personality disorder. Because with our black and white thinking, we're able to laser fucking focus. But I don't like to disclose that too much, because admitting you're a sociopath isn't very popular. So, let's go back over here. But I'm on the right side. I am on the right side. Why would I ever want to divorce myself from my family? These people are monstrous, and they took a mentally ill individual, me, already being mentally ill, and had me go and do things to my body which I never needed to do. There was nothing wrong with my male body. It was much stronger. I was much more capable. Yeah, I had more of a temper. Well, I've got an even bigger temper now. Congratulations, progressives. I'm a tank now. All right, so here we go. And I identify as a wood chipper. Anyway, let's see. Check your oil. Stick a finger in your. Oh, you know you're wrong. Okay. All right. Let's see. You're just as bad as I. Okay, that you guys are talking amongst each other. Yes, yes, yes. Do better, guys. Do better. Did I miss anyone? I have greeted everyone in the chat so far. And I don't know what that is. Is that a troll head dancing on a stick figure? I think that's a troll head. I'm not up on all the memes, okay? I am old and I am rather newish to, this group and free thinking, being outside of an echo chamber. So I still have a lot to learn. All right, Clinton phone number shit used to be true around 2016 election cycle. That might have changed it by now. I'll have to check. All right. And then did say it was a thermometer, so 2 places it could go. Oh, I know, mouth or ass. But maybe it's one of those infrared. What if it's like one of those ET fingers where it's like, and then they touch your third eye. I don't know how many people subscribe to third eye. But has anyone heard about like those thermometers that they swipe over your forehead and there's something nefarious going on there where you shouldn't allow people to use those thermometers and scan your head? I've heard rumors. I don't know if it's conspiracy or not, and I haven't read up on the science. But if anyone has a lead on that, drop it on me. All right, let's see. Well, at least the chat on stream. I don't know what I was dead on about. I really went on a tear there. I mean, a lot just came out right there, so I don't know at which point you made that comment. Welcome to the club. Your words are well received. I am so thankful to be in the club because I know in this club, it's the real diverse club. This is the club where we can actually argue. This is the club where we can contend our viewpoints with each other and not like throw our hands in the air and go, "You're never gonna get it," and then like leave the room like some sort of like fucking infantile bitch. Ugh. So, and that's what they want. They want a world full of like weak-willed individuals going and saying, "Oh, you don't agree with me," but it's the government which will be like telling them what to do. So then what? You're gonna have a bunch of like wimpy, simpy bitches who are like always going with the whims of the government. And we currently see that the government can't even keep its own shit together. You've got a sitting president, potato, but like whatever, going and saying the pandemic's over. And then they bring out a geologist, call the geologist a doctor, and the geologist is like, "I don't think so. From a social justice perspective, I don't think that the, whatever, it has nothing to do with fucking biology. It has nothing to do with, epidemiology or virology or anything. It's a fucking geologist." Well, we found a doctor who disagrees with the president. Oh, for fuck's sake. Anyway, let's see. Some candles are bad for your animals. Make sure they are soy or beeswax. I wouldn't burn any near birds. That's true. Don't burn candles near birds. Any candle near a bird. You don't want the soot. It's bad for the bird. Also, do not keep your birds anywhere near propane appliances. Your bird will die. I learned that from the neighbors. I've never owned a bird. Okay, birds are super sensitive. And if you look at this is a soy wax candle over here. We're going to get to the frogs and water lilies. Oh my gosh, I've actually given me... I didn't think I was going to have enough to cover the show. I hope you guys were entertained and informed. Okay, let's see. Ew, you are not normal. Thank you. Okay. I know. Here, I'm going to blow this one up because it's so true. Oh, I'm so glad I didn't have to get to some of the topics I was going to talk to today because they were stupid. All right. What is that? Is that supposed to be a jellyfish, or is that somebody who identifies as the glands of a penis which has been torn off the body? What the fuck? Anyway, yes. Freaks! So many freaks. Ew, you're not normal. See, that's what it is. It's like that movie or that story about the circus. And I am so sorry for using the word "like" so much. Just be thankful I'm not using the word literally in excess. There are certain habits which are hard to break. I'm working on it. I really am. What the fuck? Anyway, Freak Show. Where the hell? Okay, there it is. Freak Show is just like that whole black and white film. One of us, Google gobble. That is what the progressive left is. It's like excluding normies. We're not talking about the normies here. We're talking about the activists. The activists out there spreading all this shit. Cult members. And you can tell by their eyes. Here, do I have a picture of that geologist? Where is it? Where is he? Oh, there. There's the stare. This is the asshole. If you look over here, it says, Biden says pandemic is over. Some local docs disagree. Okay? You go down here, and it's like in Massachusetts and across the U.S., the COVID-19 burden has been fairly steady for a few months now, according to Dr. Jonathan Levy, chair of the Department of Environmental Health and Boston University School of Public Health. Well, then we go over to Jonathan Levy's page. He's a professor. Gee, an environmental health with the sociopathic stare. Where have we seen this stare before? You know what I'm talking about, I believe. Anyway, let's see what he gets up to. Dr. Levy is chair in Department of Environmental Health. His research centers on urban environmental exposure and health risk modeling with an emphasis on spatial-temporal exposure patterns. So spatial-temporal, I imagine that if I know my Latin, that would be over time spread. So how do things spread over time is what I imagine that means. And related environmental justice issues. Yes, you, sir, are really fucking qualified to talk about a pandemic. Wow! Look at that. Look at that. You are so qualified. Really? Dude, no. No. Biden, no. Wrong, I think. Maybe I'm being too narrow-minded. But come on. It's like you're not even... I mean, at least bring Dr. Birx back or something like that. I mean, remember when she said, oh, it was just all a bunch of bullshit? She wrote a book about it. She got her lipstick all over the inside of her mask. And then she would, like, talk and say, yeah, the masks are important. It's like, bitch, you've got so much lipstick on the inside of your mask. You've got a bacterial colony. Sweetie, stop lying. Why you gotta be lying? Yes, that kind of stuff. All right, so let's see. How much time do we have left? 7 minutes left. Hey, I'm doing pretty good. Okay, Radicalized Ryan says, okay, after... Rainoth! You're here too? Okay. Radicalized Ryan says, well, they had them with their COVID. They would scan you with a temp sensor. But what was the point? It's like, if you're over 100, they wouldn't let you in. I heard something else, though, about, like, those temp scanners. Is, like, they would, they did something. But I have to look into it. Because, you know, sometimes conspiracy can sound like fact. But just as I keep... You see, I have a dictionary from the 1980s. It's the Oxford American Dictionary. And one of the words I looked up was terrorism, because some people were under the impression that terrorism was never defined to mean public, what was it? What is the word I'm looking for? It was related to government and stuff like that. And some people thought that that was a recent change to the definition. If you do not, and it wasn't, since 1980, terrorism has had the same definition. I would suggest, if you don't have an actual physical copy of a dictionary, go pick yourself one up from like the 1970s or 1980s, because I think that the dictionary is going to be very important to prove what words used to mean and why we live the way we do. And maybe these new kids need to respect our motherfucking lived experience as they preach. So, just saying. All right, let's see. Dead on about trying to separate you and your family. They did. I mean, thank you. It's like, they totally did. They tried to, like, separate me from my family and friends who were contesting me, who were contending with me. It's like, what the fuck? You actually... the twinkle. Okay. Let's see. So yes, they tried to separate me from the parents. See, whoever makes these candles are smart. See, okay, and then yes, let me drop the candle link because this is a based candle maker. And I hope that you guys have enjoyed the show yet. I'm not quite closing out just yet. The twinkle only tells me that I have like 5 minutes left. So there's the candle company. I'm going to bookmark that. So I have that for later so I can save resources. Because if you don't save resources, then, Greta Thunberg cries. All right, let's see. Super Trucker, thank you. An ET fingered robot nurse checking your rectal temp is definitely worth $5. Keep up the comedy gold. I am glad I can amuse you guys early in the morning, and I'm very, very, what is the word? Grateful? I am grateful. And, I mean, it's a morning show. Just, sit back, relax. Let's fucking make fun of these people on a Monday, on a Tuesday, on a Wednesday, on a weekday. Why not? They're doing it to us every day, and they're doing it with vitriol. Let's do it with laughter. They hate being laughed at. It hurts their fifis, and it's kind of bullying. Okay, so let's see. Jobs, you're here too? Okay, I'll get Misty after the show. Oh, okay. He has thyroid issue. Crazy left eyes. Who else? I don't know. Okay. All right, you guys are talking about the stare. All right, and we are... Okay. I am sorry. I will go through the comments after the show. I review the show's comments after every show, and that's why you'll hear me at the beginning of the show saying, from yesterday, we talked about such and such, and somebody may have talked about this, and I do. I read all the comments, and I make sure I didn't miss anything, and then I'll go to tomorrow's show, and I'll bring that up. So if I miss your comment today, know that tomorrow it will be brought up. Let's see. So where do we go from here? I think I dropped Rougarous. I know I did. At the beginning of the show, I dropped Rougarou and MBB's project of the TV guide. That is so fucking cool that we have our own TV guide. What was this about? Oh, the spiral, the fucking corkscrew I had to get through. Do you know how many corkscrews you have to get through just to get to a federal, like an executive order these days? I wasn't able to find the exact document from federalregister.gov for this whole fucking digital assets bullshit that's like coming up, which I will probably hold till tomorrow because I didn't get to it today. It wasn't until page 3 on a Brave browser through DuckDuckGo that I actually got a legitimate link to this fucking executive order from the man who said he would not rule by executive order. But it's like for the first 2.5 pages were Wikipedia. I'm sorry. I go to the receipt. I don't go to fucking Wikipedia to learn anything. It's like, I might use it to like say, can you provide me with a citation? And what I found when I was trying to find this is that all citations led back to Wikipedia. Why wasn't this on the top? Why is the actual place, the repository for executive orders, not at the top of the search? That's crazy to me. Okay, what is this? The Pandemic Man. Okay, well, you're going by, and then this was something I was going to get to about the 5 signs you're dealing with a sociopath. Well, look it up. Biden declares the pandemic is over. It's like, okay, well, we have a president who can say anything, and then the White House goes and contradicts him. And it's like, and then they go and pull a bunch of the fucked up thing. And then the media goes and pulls people who aren't even in the sector to go and say, oh no, Biden doesn't know what he's talking about. When they're not even operating at a level that they can make that kind of comment. They're not qualified to make those comments. They have no merit to make those comments. But it's like the president of the United States, Trump wouldn't have done it. Trump would have been like, I don't know. He would have like waved his hands around and said something about something being huge or something. He would have bossed it. You see, I can't say what Trump would say because I can't channel Trump. Because Trump is pretty fucking unique, but I can guarantee it would have been boisterous and he would have been he's a shitlord. I mean, he would have shitlorded the shit out of it. So it's like, Biden, what can he do? whisper to you like this and like really creepy and so, and then start yelling at you because geriatric profanity disorder or something. I don't know. Anyway, let's see, what is this? Ukraine. Oh God, why? I don't even know what the hell I was going to do with this. That's going away. Gateway Pundit. Ugh. I don't know what I was going to do with that. That's going to go away because tomorrow's news is going to change. So, we get to Red Dawn Radio. Let's drop that link right there. Now, I'm sure that you guys know how to get to Red Dawn Radio, but I was listening to them the other day, and somebody had said to pray for 2 minutes and I, because we saw some very dark material, which we did not expect to get. And he's like, TRT, who the fuck is TRT? Never heard of TRT. So the next time you're at Red Dawn Radio, let them know TRT sent you. Even if I didn't send you. It's just, I just kind of want to troll Red Dawn a little bit. But yeah, there's Red Dawn Radio. Catch his show. It's pretty good. Couldn't catch the whole thing yesterday, but I like the guy. I like what he does. So I'm going to plug him. Oh, and then this thing right here. If you actually do go to my channel, fucking hair. You know, I woke up choking on hair this morning. It was terrible. But if you go to my channel section, here are a list of, many of these people are my favorite content creators, okay? There are a couple of people here. I don't know why Adam's there. And if y'all know Adam, it's like, I just put him on there because, you know, it's Adam. But Dr. Natas is another fun one. So if you want to, stop by my page, check out the channels list. I think I have the most complete set of content creators out of all the content creators that are on this list. I could be wrong, but I think I do. So just saying. Woot woot. Okay, so that can be closed. And then, oh yes, and then I'm going to drop the guide again because people may have come in late and they may not know about this. This guide right here. Thank you, Raynoth. This guide, roundtable this evening at 10 p.m. Raynoth, is that 10 p.m. Central or which time zone is that? Anyway, if you look on this guide right here, let's see. Let's look at Raynoth's roundtable. Here, let's see if we can find Raynoth on this list. Because you know what? We don't have 451 actual coming up after this. So I'm in no rush because you can see, according to the guide, there's no one else in the morning slot. So it's like I don't have to leave. I don't have to leave after 1 hour. Now, if it's Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I'm going to leave because I have utmost respect for 45-1 actually. So let's see. Raynoth, where are you? What is your... It's called Roundtable Disruption. Here, let me go in, let me put in table. There's nothing for table. Let me put in Raynoth. There's one. Where is it? Raynoth! There you are. All right, so let me close that. And then how does this work? And then we go over here, over here, over here, over here. Let's see, Raynoth is right here. And then we go over here. It's the Liberty Tree needs feeding, the Roundtable Disruption, and if you click it, it brings up a page. And the page contains a link which takes you right to the creator's site, Rougarou! And my baby, you guys, wow, you guys rock. Fuck. Okay, so that is happening. Did I drop that link? Because I got kind of excited there. Yes, I did. I dropped that link. Okay, and Rougarou is saying it's all Eastern Standard Time, but on air live is always live, no matter the time. Rougarou, punctuation, please. I'm elderly. I need help with proper grammar. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's Tuesday here. I'll just have more coffee. I'll shut up. I promise. Okay. I can't be on the round table. It's too late. I can be caught on Friday nights and Saturday nights, but no, you guys sometimes have me up way too late, and I can't do that. That's not good for me. And then Rougarou is informing you in the chats on what's going on because I am going to close out the show soon. Oh, and then this bitch right here. Maybe I'll get to her someday. She's a 19-year-old who believes that because her doctor, her doctor fast-tracked her. She started when she was 16, and she can't understand why two established trannies being Buck Angel and Blair White, she can't fucking wrap her mind around why these two would be telling young people to stop and maybe not do this, and why they're saying that, you know, parents should probably not do this to their kids because, you know, in her 3 years of being a tranny, she fucking understands everything. Well, sweetie, I'm going to pray for her because when she hits her 7th year and when that osteoporosis kicks in and when that organ depletion starts kicking in and when she starts having like side effects and stuff that go along with hormone replacement and hormone, you know, supplementation, and when she realizes that she's going to be forever, for the rest of her fucking life, or his life, or like whatever, hormone dependent, it kind of changes the scope when you're entering into a world where we're having supply chain issues. And what happens that day that you can't get your fucking hormones, and that day of dysregulation turns into 2 days of dysregulation, and then before you know it, you're like on the floor, like fucking dying because your body doesn't have the hormones to tell it how to produce all the other fucking enzymes your body needs to live, because this dumb young ignorant bitch wants to be, you know, so woke and everything like that. Well, I hope your wokeness, you know, helps you out when you're fucking all shriveled up and crazy because you can't get your hormones because you voted in all this stupid shit, and now the government's like, you know what, we already said that you were disabled, and like all communists, or not all communists, but all totalitarian authoritarian regimes, the first thing we do is we exterminate the handicapped. Congratulations. You got your participation trophy. I hope your gender was affirmed. Anyway, I think that's about it. Like I said, I'll get to the comments and comment on the comments I need to comment on tomorrow. I'd like to thank you all for joining today. I didn't think this was gonna happen. It's like, I think this is only my it's my 9th show. It's crazy how this stuff works, but God bless. Stay away from the black pills. Stay away from the black pills. You've got the Lord's Prayer, you've got the Serenity Prayer, you've got the Triune God. You don't need the black pills. You can observe them. I would not suggest taking them. But yes, God bless. We'll see you tomorrow. And let's see if I can get my ass over to the credits. Oh, where are they? There they are.